Hello everyone, it's Claire back again. We're going to continue with my favourite colours today, and we're looking at the rainbow category colours. So we've done red and yellow and gold, and today are the pinks. Just before I start, just on my nails is still Rye Sand by Polish Me Royalty. And I've just, actually this is take 2 for this video, and the next video that I did 2 short videos that were actually recorded upside down just because of the way I set everything up, but I don't know how to turn it back round again, so I'm re-recording these, which is a real pain in the arse, but there you go. The perils of not understanding how to use technology but still wanting to make YouTube videos. We've lost some of the sunlight, so I've come upstairs. Actually, I'm in my bedroom at the moment, and this is an old wooden chair, which is why it's got scratches and things on there, but hopefully we'll still be able to see the colours. So pinks. Pink isn't my favourite colour. I do like pinks, and I particularly have a bit of a thing about pale pinks, which we're going to talk about in a second. But yeah, it's not the... I do like pinks, but they're just not my favourites. And I have got a few of them spanning across from very, very pale pinks through to bright neons and darker pinks and kind of hot pinks, raspberry pinks. So it didn't take me too long actually to choose my top 10 because there wasn't a huge amount. I have got a lot of pinks, but I do know the ones that are favourites for me, so it was a bit easier to choose them. So let's have a look. We're going to start with, we're going to look at these 4 all together because they are very, very similar. So these 4 here. When I did start let's say I started appreciating pinks a bit more, because what started to catch my eye were these really pale baby pinks. So it's basically a white with a drop of pink pigment in there. So hopefully you can see the very slight difference. This one here is, well, in summer people like to wear white nail polish. I do like white nail polish, and I've got a couple of white nail polishes that are really good. China Glaze White On is really good, and I've got Zoya's Purity, which I use for when I'm attempting nail art and stamping and things, but to wear on my nails white nail polish, just because of my hands and my skin tone, it's a bit too stark for me, whereas the baby pinks, I like a tiny bit of subtle colour to make something more off-white than pure white. So this one here is China Glaze Let's Talk About It, and it's an extremely, it's going to look white. It's extremely pale with maybe just 1 or half a drop of white. If I put it next to something that is... trying to find something that is white. You can see white, and that's got that drop of pink in there. So it's very, 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 very pale. But this has got, despite the fact that it's called Let's Chalk About It, which implied to me a chalky formula, it hasn't. It's got a great formula, and it applies really well in 2 coats, and it looks great. Very subtle and takes the edge off that stark white. So yeah, that would be my very, very palest pink. But I've got to include that in my favourites. So China Glaze Let's Talk About It is this one here. Next to that is, again, very similar, and this is, I've shown you this in the Essence collection, that the natural collections that I did, £2 from Wilko's, and it's pretty much the same as this one, slightly darker, so maybe a drop rather than half a drop of pink pigment in this one. And it's a brilliant formula. 2 coats, really smooth, really opaque, great application. These are fantastic polishes for the price as well. Oops. See if I don't throw polish everywhere all over the chair. This next one here is, again, it's the very same, similar colour. This is Rose Hip by Barry M. And it's just getting slightly darker as you go across the 4. The next one here is Rimmel. I've used a bit of this. It's probably down to slightly less than that because I've moved it around. This is one of the first polishes that I bought in this when I was looking for baby pinks. And this is Lose Your Lingerie by Rimmel. And I picked this up from the supermarket, $2.99. And again, it's that baby pink, but it's got, I don't know if you can see that, it's this opalescent shimmer that runs through it. So it just gives you that very slightly different finish on the nail. And it's lovely. It's great formula, applies really easily, fully opaque in 2 coats. So that's the 4 baby pinks, very similar. This one here is more of a nude, dusky pink. And this is Maybelline Colour Show, the Blushed Nudes collection. And I picked 4 of these up a few months ago. All these kind of muted nude colours. And I got a topper as well, which is a kind of nudish glitters. And they're great. The Maybelline Colour Shows are great. Again, great formula. Really nice, neutral colour. Great sort of spring kind of colour. And that's Maybelline Dusky Rose. Just telling you, this Essence one here was Happy Nails. Happy Nails. Yeah, I've told you the name of the other one. So we'll move on. That's the first 5. And this next one here, so we move into the brights. This one is China Glaze Rose Among Thorns. It's going to be difficult for you to see how bright and neon this is, but it's a very, very, very bright neon pink. And the great thing about this is it's a wonderful application. It doesn't get chalky or dry as you drag as you're trying to apply it, which some neons do. So this is it on its own, which is going to look more red, an orangey red, but it's not. It's very, very bright pink. And that is it over a white base, which makes the neon even brighter, pop even more. So that's the neon. I've got 2, I would say, more mid-tone pinks here. This one, which is Look At My Bow. And this is from OPI, their Hello Kitty collection, which came out very, very early on, I think New Year this year. And this is a really lovely pink, very subtle. But bold and opaque. Subtle colour but bold on the nail. And that's that one there. I've got 2 from this collection. I've got this one and I've got My Pal Joey. But yeah, that's a lovely pink. This next one here is one of my favourite polishes of all time, actually. This is Illamasqua-Harem. And I know it's going to look lavender or a pinky colour there. It is pink, particularly if you put it next to Joe Mina, which I've got, which is very much a pastel purpley kind of colour. This is more of a pink. I wonder if I can put it next to another. Yeah, you can see it's pink, but it's a blue toned pink. So it has this lilac hue to it, which just looks glorious on the nails. It's such an unusual colour, and it stands out so much. I just absolutely love this polish. So this is Harem by Illamasqua. Always, I've never had a problem with the formula and the application from Illamasqua. They are great polishes, one of my favourite brands. And the last 2 that I've got are more the darker pinks. So that's Illamasqua on the wheel there. This one is new to me, and it was one that I bought rather than sent for swatching, Polish Me Royalty. But this is a scattered holographic pink and applies great. I bought this wanting to get out of my comfort zone and trying more pinks. So I bought this thinking I may not like it. I actually had this on for 3 days, couldn't take it off. I absolutely love it, and those scattered hollow particles there just really pop in the sunshine. So I love this one, and this is Summer Wine by Polish Me Royalty. This last one here, I've got quite a few hot pinks, raspberry pinks, particularly from the nail box. They were quite fond of sending us these hot, bright pinks. But this one, and again, it looks more orangey red in that light, but it is a dark, more raspberry kind of pink. If you remember the high-end polishes that I showed you, this is quite similar to Chanel Desirio. So it's that raspberry tone, darker pink. And I'll tell you what it is. It's Essie. I've only got the mini in this, and it's Brides No Grooms. And I'm probably about halfway down this. It's just gorgeous. Again, brilliant formula, brilliant application. And I got this in a mini set as part of the bridal collection, which I think was 2015, maybe even 2014. So yeah, that's my pinks. Hopefully we've got some focus, or you could see some of them at certain angles. Now it's just going crazy, of course. Yeah, so that's my pinks. 10 of them, mostly pale baby pinks. Let me know which pinks you like, which are your favourites. Am I missing out on anything that's exceptional, particularly in this baby pink category? And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.